Mr. Kent Jobe, thank you for making time here today.
Glad to be here. You look pretty good today, buddy.
Oh, hey, thank you. You know what they say about flattery?
Yeah.
It works. That's what they say. Dude, I'm excited to get together with you in this little teaser of sorts in the most positive way, because you as an individual and the topic you are covering, this combination, I talked to you about basically when this idea of the entire OSR Academy was coming up. I called you and told you about the idea and kind of said I knew what the number one topic we would cover when we had a subject matter expert like yourself come in to help train these folks. I know what we were going to cover. And your background is illustrious. You have a very wide, very unique background. I would encourage everyone listening to go and watch them. And go listen to episode 238, where I interviewed Mr. Kent Jobe. And you'll understand kind of his background, and really unique, and kind of picked up insights and ideas on business and life from all over the world. But Kent, I wanted you here to talk about this for one specific reason. What is the topic that we're going to dig into?
We're going to talk about setting and managing expectations.
Setting and managing expectations. And you said something powerful to me one time that I've never really heard in that specific way was, hey, what are we really selling here? You know, the answer isn't, it's not wood, or maybe chopped up pieces of wood with some glue around them. And it's not railing, and it's none of that stuff. We're like, oh, right. Oh, I'm selling myself. And you said, not even that. What are you really selling in this business, Kent?
Well, without a doubt, you're selling the expectation that you set with your customers. Yes. So whether you're selling them a 2x4, is it going to show up on time? Is it going to be good quality? Are you going to pick up whatever you don't use? There's all kinds of things that are setting up whether it's going to be a successful experience for the customer, or is it going to be a repeatable experience, that you can continue to bring them back. And whatever you do and however you set that expectation is what you're going to be judged against. It has nothing to do with whether you sold them a 2x4. If it's that, it's just price.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a repeat customer, you better have a really good idea of what you're selling.
Yeah. Well, I had this analogy that I've used a couple times is growing up, I played 4 sports all the way through high school. I poorly played college football, and I was not fast, right? And growing up, my dad would say, there's only 2 things you can't teach. Can't teach height. Had a little bit of that, no problem. You just can't teach speed. And then I grew older, and I have kids of my own, Kent. Guess what you can teach? Speed. And I said, so here it is, like, of all these sports, right, every one of them, if you are faster than other people, that is a benefit. Yet, we were never taught that growing up. And the reason I bring that up is I've been through so many sales training, read through books, have written my own books, yet until I met with you, we started talking, the idea that we would up front do a deep dive, think about a case study about how we set expectations, which is not only is it foundational, it's 101, it's also 301. It's everything. It was like a punch to the face that was like, well, yeah, of course we should talk about this more. So maybe give a little color to what the students in the OSR Academy will be going through and how they'll be able to learn from your experience living and teaching this content.
Well, the whole goal in sales is to simplify as much as you possibly can. You've always preached it. I think that you using your methods and methodologies to actually go about meeting with customers and setting up meetings with them is a really easy thing to do. But in sales, I'd love to tell you it's really hard. Everybody out there right now, it's not. Okay. It's simple. The hard part is setting an expectation. Once you get done with this class, you're going to be like, and then the hard work actually begins. Yes. Because almost all the actual selling is done way before you ever get in the car to head over to that appointment to meet this guy for the first time. And you're going to learn what it takes, how to think about what you can do who you're going to talk to at your company or your resources outside the company, so that whenever you walk in to see the customer, everything else is easy, right? But it's got to be easy for the customer to understand that you're going to make their life easy and simple, and that all they got to do is make one call, and you will do what you say you're going to do. So
now,
I'd like to say it's harder than that, Bradley. It's not.
Right. Yes. Well, and this one here, I don't want to go too far. I don't want to give away too much. That's why this is, quote unquote, the teaser.
Right.
Is you said something and I fell into the trap like everyone else, and you had a class of, I don't know, 20, 25 people, whatever it was. And again, don't give away too much, and we're going to keep this video short. But you said if you have the choice between under-promising and over-delivering, or over-promising and under-delivering, which one would you want to do? Right? And then did you have, maybe you can tell me, did you have a third one?
Well, we'll have to see if we have a third one. That's the teaser, Bradley.
That's the teaser.
There might be another option, but that gives people a whole week to think of one.
Yes. All right. Perfect segue. Yeah. I almost blew the whole thing. We would have had to kick you out like a year if I screwed this up.
Well, I think I think that we would have had a little fun. My style is a little bit engaging. Some people call it combative. I call it engaging. Everybody's going to participate. We're going to have a lot of fun. Nobody's going to. I think that it's really a class on thinking. Before you actually do something, and I hope that whenever you're finished with the hour or the hour and a half, however many questions you guys ask, it's killer. But at the end of the hour, you'll be like, I never even realized that you could do some of those things. And that's the goal.
That is the goal.
Is to just have a little fun. I will force you to think probably outside of your comfort zone. Mm-hmm. And if that happens, then the class is worth it. And I think you're gonna really find the class is a lot of fun.
Yeah. And as you say that too, that's why you and I mesh. You've seen my style. I know yours, which is if you're here, congratulations. You're part of the play, buddy. You're going to get called on. I see your name. You're going to be there. So be prepared to speak, and we're not expecting perfection, right?
Right.
We're going to learn from each other. But when I went through your session, it had me thinking about, from an evolutionary standpoint, an activity that chews up a lot of calories. There's a reason that, from a physiological standpoint, humans are designed not to do much of it, is because it uses a lot of calories. That is thinking. And I can tell you from being on the other side of the desk, buying from a lot of salespeople, there's a whole lot of salespeople that are out there that are nice people that might think they're working hard, that are not thinking, definitely not to this level of attention about something that is so important, and that's setting expectations. So that's why I think this is so important. That's why you're the first one here, and we're going to have a really good time. So, Kent, any parting recommendations or insights? I appreciate you giving them a heads up on your style. Any last things they should know before we wrap up?
No, I think that you just come with a good attitude and an interest in actually getting better. That's all I would ask, because that's what I'm still trying to do it every day. I hope everybody else is as well.
That's right. That's right. There is no finish line. However, there's a starting line, and that's going to be here in a couple Fridays. You're going to join us, and can't wait. Kent, thanks for making time. Everyone here who's watching this, the OSR Academy, get ready, be there. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll see you then.
All right. Thanks, guys.